Fuck, something just happened.
We are live. Wait, it says broadcast is not available
On Twitter?
on Twitter.
It says we're all live right now.
Oh, no, it's good now. It's good now. I see it.
Well. The Toronto Raptors might be making a comeback right now. Gary Trent Jr.'s got a 4-point play, it looks like, right now.
Did he?
Yeah. It's a 6-point game right now. With 29 seconds left. But this is the wrap-up. Kidding, Raptors Twitter. We're not. This is not.
Wait, it's not. It's no. Hold on. This game is not over.
You can't really compare the two.
Warriors
That
and
ruins the audio quality.
sorry, could you hear that? My bad. I can't see the Raptors anymore. Let me know if he makes it. If he doesn't make it, I don't know.
That's trippy as fuck.
Like he got the 3, and then it was a.
Yes, he got the 3, and then he locked in. So there's 17 viewers on Twitter right now.
Yes, that means they're watching, Justin. Sorry, guys. We thought we could pull the trigger right now and go live.
The Raptors are playing. The Raptors are playing with our emotions and our heartstrings right now. I thought this game was over and done with.
It was done, and then Gary Trent, please, bro, Freddie, please, can we do this stuff in like the second half, like before the ending of the fourth quarter?
It's just stat padding. So Gary Trent
stats. What it is, and they do this. 94-97, 25 seconds to go.
Really?
2-pointer.
Damn, maybe we should be watching this game instead of the live stream. But there's like no. You see, there's no fans in the lower bowl right now.
Yeah, everybody left. They all left crazy. Like in the beginning of the fourth quarter because they were down like 20 points at a point.
That's wild.
14 seconds to go. 3-point lead for the Bucks. Milwaukee turnover. Shit,
eh?
Shit, indeed.
Let's see this here. What an interesting game, everybody tuning in on Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch this game right now.
Wow, Scotty just took it to the rack, laid it up. Giannis to Grayson Allen.
Assist. Bobby Portis turnovers. Raptors 60-second timeout.
Oh, Bobby Portis turned the ball over?
Yeah, he turned it over.
He's like, he steps out of bounds, yeah.
So the ball's Raptors possession now, right? They got to make a 3.
Very good, Noor. You know basketball when they step out of bounds.
Shut the hell up. So they can make a 3 and tie the game, or make a 2.
I don't know. The Raptors haven't made very many threes right now.
Play, or just at this point you can exit the court.
Exit stage left.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Scotty needs to be doing, to be honest with you. Take the ball like that. Use your size.
It's about your size.
Take it to. Remember what you said today. It's all about getting a bucket, right?
It's true. It is all about getting.
It's all about getting a bucket.
Built like that. Like you should be pummeling through defenses, making openings for yourself.
But when you look at this game, though, right? The fact that I'm surprised it even got to 97-94 after that first quarter. That first quarter was like getting your teeth.
Well, I think it was going to happen because you're not going to expect both teams to continue to play. Because it was the Bucks were playing defense, yeah, but it was the Raptors' shots not falling. But the Raptors are playing super hard defense, and you're not going to be able to maintain that level of effort throughout the full fourth quarter. And that's exactly why these guys get injured. Exactly why you have to sub your bench in and out. And then that's also why the bench can't perform properly because.
Also, what helps is Giannis going 15 from 21 from the free throw line.
Oh, he lives there.
Right? I mean, if the Raptors tied it, 28 seconds left. What is going on?
Yo, absolutely.
This is wild. This is wild. Everybody, the Raptors literally just tied the game.
Okay, this officially means they're going to turn this on. Where is my channel?
That is fucking nuts.
This is a team, bro. I've been telling you, this is a team. Like, last second, somehow they get like some wind and they're
oh my god, Gary Trent, holy
fuck, I can't even.
Wow, that was nuts. Step back 3.
I literally can't find it.
Can't find what?
I lost the Raptors game. I lost it. No, it's on Sportsnet tonight, right?
Game suspension for the dust up against Orlando.
That's not it. Frick 6.
Wow. That just increased Gary Trent's trade value through the roof. That's instead of 1 first-round pick, that's 2 first-round picks.
What did he do?
He hit the game-tying 3.
I can't.
Hmm?
I lost the fucking game.
It's okay. I'm watching it right now. I'll give you a play-by-play on it.
If you're watching it, I need to watch it. Okay, you guys are.
People in the comments, if there's anybody there, let us know what you thought about that game-tying step back. What a tough shot. How much could Gary Trent get traded for right now after that shot? I'm saying Christian Wood and a first-round pick.
Christian Wood?
Christian Wood. I'm saying Gary Trent for Christian Wood. Take that trade right now.
I think
That's
Milwaukee
a good trade.
says no. Milwaukee. I mean, Dallas says no.
You think Dallas says no? They need a shooter.
They need height too.
They need an offensive guy that can take shots.
But they also need height. Gary's gonna be able to give you shooting half the year, but they need height full time of the year.
Is this going to overtime? I think so.
Yeah, it's gonna go to
It's going overtime.
Sure.
Oh my god, they tried to throw it to alley-oop to Giannis.
I literally lost the game. Actually, you know what happened?
Wow.
I know what happened. The game got taken away.
What do you mean the game got taken away?
Like you know when that thing pops up of like the guidebook, and then when you go past the time limit, you think the guidebook's gonna be at. So like it has the Raptors from 7:30 to 10, and then after 10 o'clock at 10:01.
I don't know what hoopty ass thing you're using, but mine's perfectly fine.
No, not you, because I'm watching on my. Oh, there we go. I'm watching on my.
Yeah, we can hear it saying it's good. Why don't you just mute it?
Hold on.
Have some etiquette. See, you don't have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen, like just improper etiquette, swearing, playing videos too loud. One thing you will notice on this post-game shows, I know how to piss the fuck off Noor Zainab.
You're not pissing me off. This team's pissing me off. This game's pissing me off. What?
You should be happy. Your team's doing well.
We're gonna go live for the first time after an OT.
This is the best time to go live. This is the
I know, but
time.
I'm just saying, like may we don't make my night even longer, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Relax.
This team, bro.
Watch Shrek 2 again?
Yeah. Actually, I have Shrek 3 running.
Damn. So you moved all the way to Shrek 3. I think the best Shrek of all time is Shrek 2, though, for sure.
In the first half. I mean, have some decency, Toronto and Milwaukee.
Oh, butt ugly basketball.
Oh, now you see it.
Now I see it. What did you think about the first half, the first quarter? I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep during the first quarter.
The first half?
First quarter, that like pulling your teeth out. That's how painful it was.
It was like 7-0 Bucks 5 minutes into the first quarter. Like, and by the end of that, I think the score was 22-20. I don't know, I can't remember. I have to look at it right now. But
it was bad. They scored 12 points in the first quarter.
And they missed their first 14 shots.
15.
15. Oh shit.
Yeah, and then Siakam hit that free throw or whatever, but then missed the second one. Yeah, 12 points. There you go. They had 12 points in the first quarter, and they had 16 in the last minute. That's crazy. That is wild. And I think the over bettors in this game are probably kind of freaking out. I forget what the line was set at, but actually, by the way, you should be cheering for the Bucks. You picked the Bucks to win today.
They're gonna do it anyway because that.
Oh,
you have them covering the spread. It's +5, so they can do that. Even if the Raptors win.
You think that what happens if the Raptors continue on the hot streak right now? Oh, there we go. Giannis is guarding Siakam right now, which is what we have all wanted to see. And of course, Siakam passed the ball off. Red.
Yeah, Freddie just missed.
Yeah, that was not a good shot. So we're basically simulcasting the game. This is like, I feel like Peyton Manning and Eli Manning right now.
Yeah, we should practice right now how to do play-by-plays. And
no, we're not doing
play-by-plays. With the ball, he's gonna have to pass that over because
we want to keep people entertained. We don't want them to log off.
They love it. They love me. It's okay.
Nobody loves it.
Brook Lopez with the disgruntled expression on his face, wondering what's going on today. And why is Thanasis Antetokounmpo pretending like he plays basketball? And he's not just...
Oh, come on. That's all right. Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay, look at now. That's the replay. That might have been a foul.
You're cheering for the Bucks, aren't you?
Of course. Why would I be cheering for the Raptors?
And there's OG with the charge.
Oh, I already saw that. I'm ahead of you now.
Yeah, I know. Oh, missed that.
Gary Trent. Bricked. Grayson Allen, the league's most hated player. Also looks like he's 15, even though I think he's like 20 in his almost 30 now, probably Grayson Allen.
Portis. He's in
his
30s.
Oh, Bobby Portis with the little hook shot, eh? Looking like a modern day Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
In his 30s? There's no way. You're lying.
I mean, he's got to be pushing mid to late 20s.
He looks like he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's like 15. Well, it looks like.
Holy shit, that was a block. God damn.
Oh, that's why Giannis is.
Okay.
When Giannis wants to turn it on like this, when Giannis wants to, that's
yeah, exactly.
No way. Review that.
Yeah, exactly.
Review that right now. They have to review
baby. That's called defense.
They gotta review that.
It's all ball. That's literally all ball.
I'm not saying it's all. I'm saying it's all ball, but I'm saying that went off Siakam last, so it should be.
I don't think it did. I think it was off.
It went off his leg.
No, it was off Giannis's leg or his arm.
It was off
Siakam's on the other side.
Let's see the replay. Remember, ball don't lie. Shout out to Rasheed Wallace. Thank God we're not. Thankfully we're not sitting near each other too, because I don't want you to spill your alcohol on me again.
It's a Wednesday night. I'm a woman of God. Let's be real. Kevin.
Hey, we got our boss.
And we thought the game was over.
We thought we were just talking to ourselves, but
it's not over.
We thought we were talking to ourselves. We're not. We're talking in front of an audience.
We got one. Just waiting for this. Like what? You have
see, Sportsnet is too smart. That's very smart by Sportsnet. They're deliberately cut Siakam's leg off because the ball hit his leg. That's very smart. That's MLSE type money right there.
Propaganda, bro.
No, that's all MLSE money right there. They cut half the screen off not to show.
Is your Estonian stream going?
You know where Estonia is on a map, Noor? No, it's somewhere in Europe, I think.
It's actually not, Kevin. Today, I bought cable on my laptop. I succumbed to the pressure and to the demand of watching basketball, and I'm currently on my laptop watching 5 TV, Sportsnet. I'm ahead of Justin, so winning. #winning.
I'm watching on Sportsnet now, so it's
Okay. Oh, that's.
Let's see this here. Siakam. Let's take a look. Not against Brook Lopez like that. Wait, the human Beyblade is back. The human Beyblade is back.
Don't say that.
What? You don't see him spinning like a Beyblade right there?
I thought it was a travel for a second.
Let's see here. All right, get a couple big shots here, Milwaukee. Let's just send this game over. Put this game to bed. Oy, too strong, Giannis. All right, let's see if the Raptors can get on transition here.
Ooh, no, it's not happening against Bricky.
No, that was all. Why? I don't understand that. You could have passed the ball or something there. The ball just, and that's the one thing with the Raptors, I think. Sometimes when you watch this team play, the ball just sticks. There's no movement.
That's what I'm telling you. What have I been saying for the past 3 months? There's no ball movement. The best way to get your shots off is by moving the ball, moving your feet, and getting it to the open man, getting it the best shot that you can get it.
That right there from Scotty Barnes is exactly what he needs to do. Like, that is a prime example of what Scotty Barnes needs to do to be successful in the NBA. He's a guy that has the physical tools and the athletic ability. Get in the lane like that and use your skills to your advantage.
Oh shit! Out of bounds.
Was that not a travel by Grayson Allen? No, it's out of bounds.
Nick Nurse looks like he lost weight. When the stress makes you stop eating.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, it looks like the Lakers and Heat game is gonna have to wait now because of this.
Oh,
What happened?
never finish the shot. They can never finish the shot.
That was, I mean, he tried to do the same move he did on the last bucket. I mean,
They
fair
do
enough.
it all the time. Though, like every putback.
You
they
know,
have,
but when you're going one-on-one against Giannis, you know he's gonna get the better.
no, it's not just
Oh,
every
wow.
night, though, bro. It's every
I did
night.
not see that from Grayson Allen right there.
Yeah, it was kind of clutch.
Let's see here.
Pass it, please. Thank you. Run it. Okay, no, it's Brooklyn.
Well, you got to say about Fred VanVleet, he has been carrying this. You know, he was kind of was the reason they stayed afloat. There you go. Scotty's getting to the paint now. Let's see this here.
OT.
You guys know who has the highest 3-point? I think I know Amir Johnson has the highest field goal percentage in Raptors history. After that thing was beaten into our heads.
Oh shit! Can
Giannis.
we
win? Ooh. I don't know if that's Giannis' shot right there.
What am I saying? It's always too small. It's too short. Every single time it's too short.
They're trying to shoot over Brook Lopez like that. Let's see this here. This is right here. If Giannis, hold on. Let's see this here.
Oh no. You gave it to Pat Connaughton. That's Grayson Allen. Oh shit.
Oh wow. That's why he's the best player on planet Earth right there, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is why Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player on planet Earth, because he can do things like that. A shout out to Grayson Allen, the most hated player.
Draws the attention, and then he can pass it out. Like your guys need to be able to make those.
What makes him so good. Look at that. There was 3 guys around him. He finds it around, kicks it out like that, wide open.
Not 3, 5. The entire team was thrown at him.
Actually, yeah, the entire team collapsed on him.
It was 5. Look at it. It's 5.
Yeah, I just saw the replays. Fortunately, a good replay there this time. Yeah, that's
you need a center. You need a fucking center. You can't.
No, you don't. Some things like that. But the thing with Giannis is because he's so his length is so critical.
I know, but at the same time, though, like if you have a proper center, you don't have to send 5 guys. You can send 3. You can send 4. You can at least have
that still leaves other guys open on the court.
I know, but at least you're getting some level of effort on the perimeter, though, like something out there. When you're throwing your entire lineup, that means you got not 4 guys open who has nobody coming up to them. No one's running up to them. No one's disrupting their offense. Nothing. They can just pass the ball around, get the best shot, and get that ball in. Like, so it means you need some kind of like height.
That assist right there gave Giannis the first quadruple double. And it's not the good quadruple double. Well, I guess it kind of is. He had 30 points, 10 assists, 21 rebounds, and 12 turnovers. Yeesh, not good.
What happens when you play the Raptors?
Somehow Nick Nurse is going to turn this into a W even if they lose.
That's out. That's done. That's ball. That's game. It's over.
That is it, ladies and germs. That is the game. Pretty much. The game is over. We are not over. This is the wrap-up. Psych. This is the Homestand Sports Toronto Raptors post-game show. I am Justin Pooni with Noor Zainab. The Toronto Raptors are pretty much about to lose right now in overtime. Once again, this team cannot get it done in the clutch. They now move to 16-22 on the season. Milwaukee moves to 25-13. Noor, for the people that are just joining us right now, what's your biggest takeaway from this game? as you tell the group chat. You get excessively mad on the group chat. That
No, I just sent you freaking idiot. I just sent out the invite for people to get in here. But no, my takeaway from this game is I don't understand this team. I don't get it. Like I think
nuts.
what?
Like this team actually makes zero sense to me.
Doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like this team just doesn't make any sense because I think it literally just comes down to effort. That's for me, that's the main thing. Like if you're able to give effort on both ends of the court, then you're gonna have a game like this. Like you're gonna have a game like this. And at this point, if the Raptors had one other guy who was able to help Freddie tonight in terms of shooting, they could have gone. They probably could have won this game, right?
Well, they just showed on the broadcast. Scotty Barnes took 3 shots in the first 3 quarters for 0 points, and then he's had 19 since. And I think that's something that we've beaten down here on Homestand Sports on the NBA side. We've always talked about how
Scott needs to be aggressive.
Scott needs to be aggressive for the whole game, the whole 48 minutes, not just at the end of the game, right? When they're down 15 points and they need to come back. That sense of urgency, that sense of we need, a guy to get a bucket, right? That needs to be throughout the whole 48 minutes. The Toronto Raptors are not a team that can afford to take quarters off and not show up and kind of just play half-ass. And then when the fire gets lit under them, then they start to go. Like Milwaukee was playing without 2 of their 3 best players tonight. They were, right? Yeah. When you look at the stat line in the box score, Brook Lopez had 9.
Joe Ingles is a big help for them when it comes to
there you go.
Right? Joe Ingles is massive.
Exactly. Pat Connaughton shot 5 for 11 from 3-point range. And you look at Javon Carter, the shot was 0 for 5, got you no points. Grayson Allen, of course, had the big 3, got 16 points. Bobby Portis had 14 coming off the bench. And I think with this Raptors team, you look at it, right? You look at how the minute dispersion is, right? OG played 46 minutes. Fred VanVleet played 47 minutes. Gary Trent played 45. Pascal Siakam played 40. Scotty Barnes played 35. Off the bench, you want to talk about the lack of depth.
He had 7 points off the bench tonight.
So here's the thing.
7
Men lie, women lie, but numbers never lie. 7 points off the bench. Chris Boucher played only 22 minutes. Juancho got 5 minutes of charity time. Precious played 12 minutes, and Malachi Flynn got 12 minutes, and it was a -6 in those 12 minutes. Chris Boucher was a -11 out there on the court. That's not good if you want to, get more playing time from Nick Nurse. That's not good. And when you look at this team, it's just another kind of heartbreaking loss. Another loss that I think, had they played a little bit better and a little more consistent, they should have won this game. Simple as that.
I think that's completely true. And I feel like and we saw this, right? Like in the first quarter, it was super evident that if the Raptors are able to defend the other team, it doesn't matter how many shots they're able to not get in. They're going to make that a game. Like by 5 minutes in, the Bucks had 7 points. Raptors had 0. They had gone 15 tries consecutively without getting a point completely, but they kept it within reason. Like the Bucks should have been up plenty by the end of the first quarter, but they made it still a game because the Raptors were able to defend all the way through. But the problem with defending that vigorously in the first quarter is that now you have tired yourself out for the second, for the third, and for the fourth. So you'll see a lot of the time where it's the second quarter and the third quarter, the Raptors kind of like take their foot off the gas pedal. They take down the defense a little bit. The intensity goes down just by a little bit. And then they realize by the end of the fourth quarter that, oh shit, we got to make a run now. Like now look, we have to make a run now. And that's what happens when you are not being able to be effective throughout the whole entire game. And that also happens because, like you said, your starters are playing so many minutes that you can't expect them to go in and be able to have the same intensity and as an effort from the first quarter until the very end. And I know it comes down to talent coming off the bench. I understand. And I think we've kind of heard Nick Nurse passive aggressively.
He doesn't trust the bench. He doesn't trust any of those
Of course.
guys.
And he has passive aggressively called out the front office too, because he talks about how the keys that he's been dealt with, the pieces that he's been given, he has to work with what he has. And because of that, it's either you give your bench a shot and get them to develop and get some reps, or you try and win those games. But it's just that vicious cycle of, if you want to win those games, that means you play your starters the whole time, but then they get injured and then they go off to get rehabbed. You play your bench. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. You lose more games. You have to bring your starters back in who aren't completely healthy yet, and then they're going to get injured all over again. So it's just, you need depth. Like, you can't say you don't need depth. You need to have
what
depth.
you also need is you need guys that you can rely on a nightly basis to get you buckets, right? Like Fred VanVleet had a good game, I guess you could say, for his standards right now. 8 for 23, 4 for 14 from 3-point range, right? Like, I guess in the world of Fred VanVleet, that's considered a good game now. Gary Trent was 8 for 20.
The world of Raptors, that's considered a good stat line right now.
The Raptors shot 19% from 3-point range. 19%. That is horrible. That's not bad. That's not like it needs work. That's just god awful that you need that you can't shoot threes.
6 from the three. On Anunoby, 25%. Gary Trent, 25%, and the rest of them, 0.
The Raptors took 46 3-pointers today. 46 3-pointers, and they made only 9. That's, to me,
relying on 2 guys.
First of all, if you're a good 3-point shooting team, you can live by the 3 and die by the 3. When you suck at shooting the 3, find something else to do. And we talked about it. We talked about it today on Homestead NBA. How is this team gonna expect to do anything for the rest of the season if they can't put the ball in the basket, right? Like, sure, you can play good defense and you can do all that stuff. That's all fine and dandy, but this team is horrible offensively.
And there are Hooper, a bucket getter.
That's it. They need a bucket getter. They need a hooper. But again, another loss for the Toronto Raptors. Now, when you look at their schedule, because I
gotta ask you, okay, before we move on.
Ask me
tonight. I know, sorry. Would you look at this game and be motivated, or think we have so much more to deal with than we thought?
What is there to be encouraged about?
Well, the fact that they made a comeback, right? Like, obviously,
they went on.
I know, like, it sucks that you had to make a comeback and to put yourself in that position to, have a comeback and go into OT and then lose by 3. But at the same time, it's like, they could have just taken the foot off the gas pedal entirely and be like, okay, we're going to wave the white flag. Let's go, get off the court and call this a night, But they stayed there, and they kind of made it like, towards the end of that fourth, they almost looked like the same old Raptors team to me as they used to be, right? Where, like, they know the right plays. They play that super intense defense that the other team can't get around. And that defense creates to offense. So they were able to get those transition buckets. And that's the reason why they were able to go into OT. So that has always been their winning recipe going into the fourth quarter, and like making that a game by the end of it. Even if they were down by like 30 points in the first half, that's kind of been their recipe as of last year. So I kind of saw inklings of what I used to see in the past, where, like I said, like, they made a comeback. And in that way, I'm like, if they can kind of look at it in a way to be like, okay, we gave effort and that got us somewhere. We lost.
So are you saying this is a moral victory for the Toronto Raptors?
I wouldn't say moral victory, but I would say it's encouraging. It's not a victory by any means, because you played like shit throughout the first half. Like, you absolutely had no offense. It was the ugliest game. I didn't want to watch. I wanted to turn everything off and put on Shrek. I did not want to watch. But I was like, by the second half of it, though, you kind of saw a different turn, and you saw more confidence, more effort, a little bit more ball movement. And that kind of helps out the fact that you weren't able to defend as intensely as you were in the first quarter. So I'm like, it's not a moral victory, but it's encouraging to say that there's still that team in there that we know they can be. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
But what can they be? Like, I'm asking you.
Well, it can be a playoff.
Hold on, Miss Raptors Twitter.
You're asking me a question.
Apparently, you're the voice of the voiceless on Raptors Twitter. That's what I was.
I don't.
I heard you're the voice of the voiceless on Raptors.
I'm the voice of Noor Zainab, and that's it. Nobody
else. For sure. Okay, whatever. Cool. You legitimately still think the Raptors are a playoff team? Do you legitimately think that? After what you've seen On January 4th, the year 2020, not 2, 3, the Raptors are a playoff team.
Okay, because I know this core, and I know this core has effort. So if you have the effort factor there, because right now the way they play together, the way they gel together, the way that they trust each other is completely off. So when they play team basketball again, when they move the ball, when they get to the open guy, when they move their feet to make sure that they're going to be giving themselves more opportunities, you see a different side, because at that same moment, they're able to replicate their not great offense, but good offense with great defense. And that keeps you in the game the entire way through. But in the past, month, we haven't seen either. We knew they were going to be bad shooting, but we thought that your defense was supposed to make up for the shooting. And we kind of saw that today. Like, I just saw a really good defensive team. Obviously, again, offensively, this was a terrible drought game. But at the same time, I'm just like, you have Siakam, who's obviously able to score. You have
Was he?
I'm like, do I give to Freddie and Gary? They're obviously here to score, right? But at the same time, it's like, if they can be consistent in that end, if you can have Scott, if you can have if you can have Freddie, if you can have Gary Trent and Siakam be consistent in shooting, and then you're defending the way that you do, and that like you did in the first quarter, I think you give yourself a chance. It's just we haven't seen the effort at all until today. Like, they actually cared about winning this game.
The way the way I see it right now, right? They are currently 4.5 games out of of the sixth and final playoff spot, right? They're 1 game behind Chicago for the final play-in position, right? So that means if you think that they're a playoff team, they got to hop Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, Indiana, and the Knicks. That's a whole lot of teams that you got to hop and jump to try to get back into a playoff position. I just feel that
they did it last year.
They got out to a good start last year. But this is a new year, though. Everybody keeps talking about last year. I know. Right? But hold on. Everybody keeps talking about how you kept last year they did this, last year they did this, last year. But that's last year. Teams had a whole offseason to now prep for, okay, this is the Toronto Raptors. This is the book on the Toronto Raptors. This is how we stop them. The Raptors didn't really improve their roster. Yeah, they added Otto Porter Jr., a Netflix guy like Juancho, right? But they never really improved their roster to keep up with the remainder of the Eastern Conference, right? They are if I win them, right? There's less teams, to the bottom of the Eastern Conference, separating them from the bottom of the Eastern Conference in the playoff bar, right? So I'm saying, wouldn't it just make sense to just sell? They're talking about on the broadcast today. We talked about it today as well. The Raptors are in a position where they're going to set the tone for the NBA trade deadline, because teams are going to be looking at them and to see what they do. Will they move off Fred VanVleet? I'm pretty sure they're going to move off Gary Trent Jr. What about OG Anunoby? What happens if they get a king's ransom offer for Pascal Siakam? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Listen, I know, like, there are definitely, obviously, at this point of the season, based off how they're playing, based off how much time you have left, and just based off the fact that the Eastern Conference is so much better than it used to be years prior. Even compared to last year, it's so much better. Look at the Nets; they're completely winning streaks. You got KD.
That's fine. Look at they figured it out.
And I'm always gonna, conduce. It's gonna be conducive to winning, but at the same time, we've just. I feel like there's no wrong answer right now. Like, I feel like what you're gonna be able to see.
But no, there's no wrong answer, but there's a realistic answer and a delusional answer.
No, there's 2 answers. It's, do you want to go to the playoffs or do you want to contend? It's, do you want to go into the playoffs this year, or do you want to go?
Raptors fan. You Raptors fan. What do you want? I'm asking, what do you want?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm completely uncertain. I have no idea what I want.
It should be obvious.
It's not that.
If you're a fan of a team, you should want your team to win titles.
You're going in the lottery to get another guy, right? You're hoping that he turns into one day a star. And we have seen with Scotty that it takes time to develop these guys. It takes time to pair them correctly. It takes time to teach them the ins and outs of the NBA game, as well as learning how to be in the locker room with older players. It takes time to develop all of that. So if there's any way you're able to help this team now, if you can keep them, help them, get them a guard, get them a center, get them a little bit of depth, and then down the line, before, because let's say you do go out, you get that rookie, right?
You're saying get that cost.
Okay, and getting a rookie is going to cost you years. It's going to cost you.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Masai Ujiri is one of these, and there's something we never really agree on anything, you and I, right?
No.
We're like was oil and vinegar that never mixes well? What is that, oil and vinegar?
I don't cook.
I think it's oil and vinegar, right? But I think we both can agree that Masai Ujiri is one of the smartest, if not the smartest executive in the NBA, right?
Yes.
He drafted Scotty Barnes, the person that everybody loves and raves about, right? Right? I'm asking you.
Are you a teacher? Yes,
obviously. I'm asking you the question. Yeah, is that what happened? Correct. Okay. You know what this team is. This team cannot compete with the big dogs in the Eastern Conference. They can't. They flat out can't. Yes. You know that's true, right? Why try to go for the playoffs this year and give up assets for another first round exit? Why?
Well, only reason, Justin, I'm saying that is it's a matter of how long is your window to contention both ways.
They're not even in contention window right now. Their window
no, can I finish? Okay, it's like, how long is your window to contention if you go in the lottery, and versus how long is your window to contention if you try to make this team better? I think that's. Thank you. Exactly.
I said, can I answer that?
Oh, no, you can't. I thought I said I understand.
No. I understand, but I said, can I answer that? Because right now the Raptors' contention window is non-existent. At least if you rebuild, you have a chance to open up a contention window that's wide open. Because, for example, even if you don't get Victor Wembanyama, right, you can get Scoot. And Scoot's a point guard that has a very high ceiling. And that is what I'm saying the Raptors need. And they need players with a high ceiling. Guys that have talent, that have a deep bag of offensive arsenal, but also have high motors and high skill talent, right? That is what they need. Right now, as I've said before, the Raptors have a A+ executive, an A coach, but a whole bunch of B+, C+ players. They don't have that A guy.
Players. It's about having smart players too. And if you're gonna go younger,
if you're an A+ player, you're smart, obviously.
Sorry?
If you're an A+ player, you're obviously smart.
But that's a younger guy. Like, what are you? You're talking about what they need is a seasoned, smart guy who understands the NBA. So if you're trying to solve their problem of not having enough IQ on the court, I don't think grabbing a rookie is going to solve your problem.
Okay, so you're the general manager. You're the general manager of the Toronto Raptors, okay? I appoint you the general manager of the Toronto Raptors, okay? What do? I want you to be decisive and give me a decision that you would make on the Toronto Raptors.
It's not that easy though. Everyone has been pondering these questions, asking, vilifying each other, setting each other on fire about their takes. But I'm just of the belief that I don't know. I literally don't know what direction, because for me, listen to me. For me, the main thing about a basketball team is winning. It's about winning. It's about getting a championship. It's about getting a ring. It's not about, the year that Pascal Siakam played the most minutes. The year that Fred VanVleet became All-Star. The year that Scotty Barnes Rookie of the Year. It's not about that. It's about a team effort and that team coming together to get you a championship. My only thing is, that's what I want, right? So I want to get there the fastest way. So is the fastest way by tanking this year and grabbing someone else, or is the fastest way to continue with this team? Because I think you can agree, this team is too bad to contend, right? Completely, I can agree. Too bad to contend, but they're also too good to tank. So it's almost, you're at the point where you're like, which direction will get you what you want fast? And I just don't know. Like, I honestly don't know which direction will get you what you want fastest, because there's two sides to everything. If you want to go out and make your roster better, that means, like you said, there's a price to everything. So you have to give up a lot of the depth that you already have. Even if you're not using it, you're gonna have.
What depth do they have? They have no depth.
Okay, fine. Your fucking core. You have to give up your core as well as a little bit of pieces here and there, right? Some pick swaps, whatever. But then if you go in the lottery, now you're banking on a young dude being able to carry your team at some point. And it's just at that, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, both of them have great aspects to them, but also both have a risk. And it's just, I don't think either is a wrong answer. I think both are right answers. It's just which direction gets you to the contention window fastest. And I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think that's fair.
That
Is that
sounds like
not fair? I
it
think
sounds
that's
like it sounds like when you're deciding on what you want to, whether you want coffee or not in the office. It's very indecisive.
yeah, I know. I'm like, do I want hot coffee? Do I want cold coffee today? I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Very
But it's like,
indecisive.
but it's real. Like, okay, fine. Can you really sit down there and make a timeline of both and be like, oh, actually,
Yeah,
these
I
are my
can.
calculations. You're gonna go and get your rookie really, really soon. You're gonna be a good condition window. Next 2 years, baby, you're getting a championship. Like, it doesn't. No
I
one
mean,
knows, and we also don't know what. Like, my thing is, we can vilify also the front office as much as we want to, but we still don't know what they have and haven't tried. Like, have those talks not come through about Malcolm Brogdon being asked about both the Celtics and the Raptors, we wouldn't have known the Raptors tried to make a play at Malcolm Brogdon, right?
but
We
what
found
does
out
it change though that they were in on Malcolm? Bro, they're just doing their do. You're supposed to be making
that's what I'm
calls
saying,
like
though,
that.
like, oh, that came out because he spoke about it. And how many other deals have happened where the Raptors have tried, but they didn't get the guy they wanted? So we don't know what happens in the
But
back end.
then
We
that
don't
comes
know what
back
they've
to
tried. We don't know what's but the thing is, like, now it's, I feel like what they're doing too, the front office, is they're gonna look at this next stretch of games right
Mhm.
before the trade deadline. You have the 5 games left at home now. You lost this one, but like I said, I think it's not, again, not a moral victory, but encouraging in terms of the effort that's on the court. And because of that, I think if they can gather some momentum, you're playing like shitty teams. They're going to be against the Hornets back to back.
They're
Hawks.
playing the Knicks right now. The Knicks actually won a game today.
Oh, wow. And your Hawks didn't, right? So they're
My
also
Hawks, the Hawks are winning right now in Sacramento. Just saying.
wow, first time for
Miami's playing a lot better, right? Miami in their last 10 games is 7-3, right?
yeah, but the Bulls are off.
So, like we said, the Bulls are 6-4 in their last 10 games, right? So, what I'm saying is this: the Orlando Magic are creeping up on the Toronto Raptors, which is crazy to say. They're only 2 games behind the Raptors in the standings, right? When I look at this team and when I look at, look, I agree with you that it's all about winning championships and winning titles, right? I agree with you on that. Where I disagree with you on a list of other things is that I just feel that you know what this team is. The players are who they are, right? Other than Scotty Barnes, everybody else is kind of who they are.
Either. I'm not saying you keep everybody. Like, even if you have to retool this squad in order to contend at some point, I'm not saying you're gonna keep like every single guy on the roster. I'm just saying, do you really have to go to the length of lose? Because listen, losing again like next year, it means you're not gonna be as good either, right? Like, you're gonna be at the same level. So it's like, would you want to would you want to go back and then go forward, or try to go forward where you are right now? Like, which gets you to what you want fastest?
See, but I think this fan base is smart enough to understand that if the Raptors do decide to go in that rebuilding route, they will accept it because they can see that, hey, there's a plan in place to retool and replenish this organization with young, talented players, right? Sure, it might, as much as I think Raptors fans are X, Y, and Z, I will give them credit. They are smart individuals, certain smart individuals on Raptors Twitter. I didn't say you were one of them. So don't. I didn't say you were one of them. So stop clapping your hands. I didn't say you were one of them. So relax. Okay. Anyway, I think that if the Raptors, because right now to me, their plan is to simply be stuck in the middle, and that is a place that nobody wants to be in. I mean, anything in life. Do you ever want to be stuck in the middle of anything? No. You want to be at the top, of course, but the Raptors, if they take a couple steps back, right? I'll bring this up again. Look what the Boston Celtics did. They traded away all those assets to the Brooklyn Nets, got a whole bunch of draft picks, and rebuilt a championship contender. Right? You look at what Utah is doing. Yes, Utah's got off to a hot start and they fell back to earth, but at least there's a plan in place in Utah. Oklahoma City, there's a plan to get younger and a whole lot of picks and to acquire young assets like that.
Your plan is to kidnap every rookie. That's
okay. I'm not talking about anything with kidnapping, but like even a team like Portland, right? They took a step back last year, right? Because of the Dame injury, but now look at them. right? They're right in the thick of it, the Western Conference playoff race. After everybody told me, you're stupid, you're wrong, you don't know anything what you're talking about. Well, look what the Blazers are doing right now, right? So what I'm saying is, the Golden State Warriors, again, it's a little bit different. They lost Kevin Durant. They had Steph Curry and all that, but they were bad for 2 years, and they went right back. They replenished the whole system with young players, high talented players, players that are
their guys too, right?
Exactly. But the thing is, their guys though had won rings before, multiple rings, right? They had Steph, Clay, Draymond. They lost KD, but they brought in Andrew Wiggins. They developed Jordan Poole. You got Moody. You got
But you still had Iggy. You
Kuminga.
still had Steph. You still had Clay. You still had Draymond. Like that's a big.
I understand that, right? That's why I'm saying that's a different situation. But what I'm saying is, it might not be that long to rebuild, depending on what. Say if you keep Siakam, right, and even if you keep OG, right, that the front court of Scotty, Pascal, and OG, and say you could trade Fred and Gary Trent and rebuild that backcourt, a bigger backcourt, a backcourt that is more consistent shooting wise, right? Would you sacrifice a kind of a wasted year this year, but knowing that you can get pieces that can help you develop and be in contention for much longer? I think that's the easy answer. That's just me. Left him speechless.
You didn't. I'm telling you, I don't know. In my head, I'm just like, I don't think there's any wrong answer. When you're at this point where you now have to realize, like this whole thing is about winning. It's not about being able to be in the playoffs, getting your team to a playoffs, how many guys you can get in the All-Star weekend. It's about winning a championship. And if that means, like you said, like if that means tanking and getting a guy, and if you're able to keep this core, and if you're able to somehow get him to a level in the next couple of years where he can be a good contribution for a contending team, sign me up. But if that also means on the other side that if you keep this squad and somehow you're able to manage some tweaks and things, and you're able to bring in some star talents, I know it's a lot easier said than done. But at the same time, we're also asking a rookie, a non-drafted rookie so far, to come and save this team. So it's just, and for me, it's a matter of which route, which lane gets you to what you want fastest. And I don't, like, if I could do a math equation right now and figure out what's the answer there, I will do it and I will tell you what my answer is. But I literally don't know what's going to get you to where you have to go fastest. And that's exactly why I'm not GM. Because I don't have the answers and I don't have the resources to go out and get those answers. But those guys do. So I trust in the fact that, Masai and Bobby must be trying something. And knowing who they are, they definitely would have a plan set in place. But at the same time, it's like, would you trust the plan?
Do you trust the process?
I do. They did. I mean, Philly did, and they were stuck in that process for 10 years. So
I'm just saying. Look, so
that's what I mean. I don't want to be in a process for 10 years. Like, I want either. The other part about that too is if you're losing and you come back with a rookie and you're not still able to get to the playoffs, but with this team you were able to, at least you have the playoffs to cheer for. At least you got some winning team to cheer for. It doesn't have to win anything in the playoffs itself, but at least you can get there and have some level of hype. Because the last thing we want, obviously, I don't care. I don't know if you want that. I think you'd actually be like drinking the tears of Raptor fans has happened. The last thing we would want is to see a losing team. I don't want to see a team that's not
people have been dealing with a losing team here for like their entire existence. Pretty much.
You mean Maple Leaf fans? Yeah, maybe, but they're not the Raptors.
Ooh, did you hear that, Maple Leaf fans out there? She's talking mad.
The one person that's clued into it's a Leafs fan.
Anyway,
the Leafs, they've been losing, but not the Raptors. So
again,
like I said, I think there's no wrong answer. It's just a matter of which route gets you to what you want fastest, and you take that route.
Well, speaking of which route will get you the fastest, we're gonna see. I don't know. You got to figure that out yourself.
Oh, my hair is screwed.
Anyway, before we sign off, Raptors play the Knicks on Friday at home. Might have to get tickets for that game, to be honest with you. That'd be a fun game to go to. Anyway, this has been the homestand post-game show. Raptors, of course, lose to the Milwaukee Bucks in overtime. Take care, everybody. Brush your hair. Keep it locked here on Homestand Sports for all your things NBA. We'll be back tomorrow, dropping more stuff on all things Raptors, NFL. Are we doing NHL tomorrow? I think we're doing NHL tomorrow too. We'll see. We'll figure it out. You guys can follow us. If you're not doing so yet, Follow her on Twitter, Noor Zainab. Follow me on Twitter because, if you're not, what you're missing out on just this time of your life. Follow us on Homestand Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Check out our website. By the way, guys, just have fun. Take care. It's just basketball. It's just sports.
Are you
Go
done?
to bed with a smile on your face. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.